You guys may have noticed Sven's been gone for a couple days because Sven meets a lot of important people, and now he has been rubbing elbows with the Carters, not Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, we're talking about President Jimmy Carter and his wife. Yes, Sven has friends in high places. He had dinner with President Carter last night in Atlanta after taking a private tour of the Carter Center. Sven scored the meet and greet and used the opportunity to talk about world issues like eradicating disease and poverty and promoting peace.
You know, when Sven was telling us about this, I was thinking it was like a large luncheon. I mean, he was sitting down at a small dinner table with a former president.
He was a few feet away, but yeah, I totally, when he was mentioning it, I'm like, okay, it's a gala with like 300 people, and he probably might even get a glimpse of the former president. But that was pretty intimate.